Quiet, please. Quiet, please. The American Broadcasting Company presents Quiet, Please, which is written and directed by Willis Cooper, and which features Ernest Chappell. Quiet, Please for today is called Summer Goodbye.
The last stoplight, the last traffic light, is where Sepulveda Boulevard crosses Ventura at Sherman Oaks. The next one's nearly 40 miles northwest at Camarillo. So we felt pretty sure there'd be nothing to stop us for a long time. And even though they weren't very far behind us then, I knew most of the side roads. I wasn't sure they did. I thought of the road that branches off the Hidden Valley Road that goes the other way from Lake Sherwood. I thought of the East Potrero Road that goes down to the Coast Road, finally leads deviously over through the sand dunes of Onemi. I was afraid they might know that way. And then I remembered Las Vergenas Canyon. I remembered the little house way up under the hills, the place we used to call Shangri-La. And I was sure they wouldn't know that place. Now, you need a place to hide out in when the back of your car is loaded down with 2 satchels full of money that used to belong to somebody else. And there's bright, fresh blood on the handle of one of them. Last days of summer in California. The time when you know it's summer goodbye. When the rains are sweeping down from the northwest where they've been gathering up over Juan de Fuca, drenching the forests in the north, turning to snow over the high Sierras, drifting southward to kiss summer goodbye and turn the long brown hills into green pastures. When the little brooks would fill up and overflow their banks, the sleepy Los Angeles River would come to life again down in the valley. Roads would disappear in the mud. The last days of summer. Then I knew if we could hide away somewhere till the rains came, they'd be hard put to follow us. Maybe there'd come a day when we could pull out again. And that money that used to be somebody else's would be ours. Madeline's and mine. And not in California either.
Raining up in the ridge route, Noel. We'll get it almost any day now.
It certainly doesn't look like it now, does it?
Oh, you can't tell in California.
Sooner the better.
That's right. The way it's been all summer. We get up in the canyon there, you know. I'm afraid of fire.
Yeah, we had no fires all summer.
It only takes
Turn
one.
around, see if you can see anybody.
No, nobody. I think they got tied up in the traffic back there at Van Nuys Boulevard.
Yeah, I hope so.
Me too.
Keep a sharp eye out for motorcycle cops, too.
Big joke if we got stopped for speeding.
I feel sorry for anybody that tries it.
Me too. I wonder what about that one that was carrying the satchel.
Nothing to wonder about.
I guess not. I got my hands all dirty from that satchel, too.
We can wash when we get up there.
I hope there's nobody up there.
So do I. Be too bad if there is.
Noel, you think you can get out if it starts to rain?
Hope so.
That road will probably go all to pieces.
Well, all the better for us.
Oh, I wouldn't want to get stuck.
We won't. Take another look back.
Nobody yet.
Well, I think we're getting away from it. If we don't get stuck behind a truck or something. California drivers.
Be careful, you're doing 75.
Well, I have to do better than that.
How much farther? Where we turn off, I mean.
4, 5, 6 miles, maybe more. That's the road there over to Canoga Park.
Listen, Noel. You hear anything?
What?
Silence.
I hear them. Long ways off, though. Hang on, we're going places.
I hope we don't blow a tire.
Don't cut it out. Fat chance.
What?
Hitchhiker, see him? Blue denim pants, khaki shirt.
Take the next car, mister.
Yeah.
You're going awful fast, Noah.
Well, so are the boys behind us.
No.
What?
What do we do if they catch up with us?
They won't catch up with us.
But what if they do?
Well, if they grab us,
Well,
they'll top us.
stop us? What do you mean?
Put us up on a platform with a rope around our necks, honey. Pull the platform out from under us.
Hang us?
Yeah, that's what they do to people that murder other people, honey.
I didn't murder anybody, Noah.
You were with me when I did.
Oh, yes, but-
You didn't try to stop me. You grabbed the satchel he was carrying.
My hands. I didn't have a chance to wash them. I wish...
Wish what?
Now, the hitchhiker.
Yeah, it looks just like the one we just passed. Wish what?
What?
Wish what?
Oh, I wish we hadn't done it.
You want to keep on living in that shack down on Temple Street?
I wish we hadn't killed him.
Yeah, we had the honey. We wanted the money. He didn't want us to have it. Forget it.
I can't forget him. No, I think they're getting closer.
Can you see them?
There's too many curves in the road.
We'll be at Brent's Junction in a minute where we turn off.
Well, what if they follow us?
I don't think they will if they don't see us turn. They'll go right on out Ventura Boulevard.
And if they stop and ask somebody?
Well, if they follow us. Is that gun loaded?
We only fired one shot.
I'll see the safety's off.
We're really gonna fight it out if they...
Well, there's nothing else to do, honey. We're dead pigeons anyway.
It's a beautiful day
Yeah.
to die.
We won't die, baby.
Die with the summertime.
We won't die. Look, there's the turnoff.
They're closer, too, Noel.
Hang on, here we go. Out of the way there, Mac. These hitchhikers, the woods is full of them.
Poor fellas.
Listen, if you're going to feel sorry for anybody, feel sorry for us.
I know, but they all look so...
They all look alike. Blue denim pants, khaki shirts.
No.
What?
I was just thinking. Suppose they stop and ask one of those hitchhikers.
They won't. Hey, wait a minute.
What are you going to do?
Talk to that fella a minute. Hand me the pistol.
No.
Shut up.
Are you going to...
Stick your head out and yell at him.
Yell what?
Ask him to come here. Think we're going to pick him up.
No, you're not...
Do what I tell you.
Oh. Where is he?
Now, back up a little ways.
I don't see him, Noel.
He was right there. He was standing by that live oak tree.
Well, he's gone.
Well, he can't. Listen.
No, we can't wait. Go on.
But if he...
Go on. They're right behind us.
Hang on to your hat, baby. We made it around the corner at Brent's Junction. Down the Las Fajenas Canyon Road. And as we passed the big yellow sign, no smoking or fires beyond this point, we heard the sirens of the police cars screaming their way on up Ventura Boulevard away from us. And we breathed a long sigh of relief. Slowed down at last to a respectable 30 miles an hour in the dust among the sunflowers. Down the winding road, past the alfalfa fields and the side road that leads down to the creek. Down the winding road past the steep little path that leads up the Las Fajenas schoolhouse. Sedately on past the barn where the dog comes out and bites at your tires. Down the winding road under the trees. To the clump of eucalyptus at the corner of Clarence Brown's ranch. And sharp turn left past the high wire fence. To the clump of scrub oak where you turn off. Across the fields at the bottom of the hill. Up to Shangri-La. Around through the willows. Down through the sandy little creek bed that's a roaring torrent when it rains. Across the fields. And take down the bars in the gate. Up toward the hill. Through the woods to Shangri-La.
Look, no.
What?
My gracious, are there hitchhikers everywhere?
Way up here, too. Where's he going? There's nothing up this way except the house at Shangri-La.
He's got the same kind of uniform on.
Blue Levi's, khaki shirt. No hat?
No. Wait, stop.
What's the matter?
Listen, no. What if it's the same man?
What? You're crazy. How could he?
I don't know how he could, but if he's a policeman or something.
I'll take the gun.
You're going to pick him up? You're going to stop?
I'm going to stop.
Look where you're going! What's the matter now?
We're stuck. No good. No good. We're stuck. Listen, go on up there and get that fellow to come and give us a hand, will you, Madeline?
What if he...
Tell him we'll give him a ride.
All right.
Hurry up. The longer we sit here, the deeper we'll be in the sand here.
All right.
Make it snappy. I want to get out of here. I'll give him a ride, all right. You think if I can get him and Madeline to push...
No.
Now what?
No.
Yeah, what's the matter?
He's gone.
What?
He's gone. I can't find him anywhere. He was standing right there by the big rock and there isn't a sign of him. Oh, no, I'm scared.
Well, I was scared, too. You think not? Well, try it yourself sometime. Try murdering a man in broad daylight. Try carrying away 2 satchels full of money with a dozen people watching you. And try racing across the countryside with a frightened woman in a fast car and 3 carloads of cops right behind you. Get stuck in the sand 20 miles from no place. Somebody watching you and then disappearing when you go looking for him. Sure. Yeah, sure, you'll be just as scared as I was. Late summer afternoon, hot and lazy. The smell of eucalyptus trees around you, not a sound to reach you. Not a sound except the scrape of the shovel as you dig and dig and dig at the sand that keeps shifting under the wheels. And your wife standing there with a gun, keeping watch for you don't know who. And the afternoon shadows growing longer and longer, and a little breeze coming up to rustle the leaves and make you think you don't know who's creeping up on you. Ready to throw down a gun on you and say, "Come out with me, kids, let us hang you for robbery and murder." And you know all you want is to get up there to that deserted old house and stash away the satchels of money and just lie low till the rains come and a copper stay in the station house. And the curtain of rain hides you as you creep out and up the highway to a boat that's going to take you and the money and her away someplace where they'll never find you. Oh, you got plenty to think about while you're digging and the shadows crawl on the hillside toward you. You wonder if you'll ever be done and get out of there. You want to try it sometime? You don't, friend. Oh, yes, everything's got to end sometime, and at last the back wheel's free, and you get back in, and you ease yourself out of there. And it's dark now as you take that winding little old trail up between the hills. It's so hard to see, even in the daytime.
I keep feeling that there's somebody watching us, Noel.
Listen, keep your ideas to yourself. This is toughen up in the dark.
Well, I wish you'd turn the bright lights on.
And have everybody within 20 miles seeing
You
us.
said nobody lives up here.
Yeah, we'll be all right with these lights. We can't get off the trail.
Unless we fall down the hillside.
We won't fall.
Keep feeling somebody's watching.
Will you cut it out?
Sorry, honey. I'm scared.
Well, there's nothing to be scared of.
I know, that's what...
A deer. Deer all around here.
Oh, his eyes in the light. They look like...
I know what they look like.
Somebody's staring
It
at
was
us.
only a deer.
How much farther is it, Noel?
Only a little way now. You remember this turn, don't you?
I don't remember anything except I'm tired and cold and hungry.
Yeah, I'll give you something to remember when we're living on some nice, warm island down the South Pacific somewhere. 6,000 miles away from here.
If we ever get there.
What'd you say?
If we ever get there.
We'll get there.
No.
Well?
Do you think that hitchhiker could be a cop?
Nah.
Well, who was he?
Some bum. Listen, that wasn't the same guy. You crazy?
Well, I don't know. He sure looked the same.
Well, that's silly. How could he get ahead of us all the time? I was doing 75, 80 miles an hour. He was walking.
Maybe.
I can't hear you.
I said maybe he was walking.
You're crazy, Madeline.
Well, maybe he had a motorcycle or something.
Well, how could he get past us? We'd have seen him if he passed
Well,
us.
maybe he knew some shortcuts.
Oh, cut it out.
Look out!
What? Just a snake in the road?
Did you run over it?
Yeah.
I heard it's bad luck to kill a snake.
Kill a snake, it brings rain. That's what we want.
I hate to see the summer go away.
Not me. Summer, goodbye. That's what I say. And good riddance. I want rain.
I wish we'd get there.
Yeah. That's just up this little slope, honey. And then we can rest.
I'm worn out.
Me too.
We've had a day.
Yeah, I'll say.
I sure want some coffee.
No coffee.
Why not?
Fire. Not going to build a fire up here.
Why? Afraid of setting the grass on fire? Afraid about that sign?
What sign?
Sign that said no smoke and no fires beyond this
No,
point.
no, not that. Somebody might see it. Anyway, you ever see a brush fire up here in the canyons?
No,
You don't want to see one, believe me.
I guess not.
There's only this one road to get out, see?
I know.
And we drive right into the hands of the cops.
Yeah.
After it rains, it'll be all right.
Doesn't feel much like rain now. Say, isn't this the place?
Oh, I think it's a couple of 100 yards more. No, wait.
There's that rock shaped like a bell.
Sure, that's right. My gosh, I nearly got lost.
Well, you couldn't go much farther. The canyon ends right past the house.
Sure. Hey, looks different here at night.
I hope nobody's up here, Noel.
There isn't anybody, don't worry.
I don't know. That fella we saw.
Ah, forget it, will you? Yeah, this is good. We'll park here. You go ahead and unlock the door. I'll get the stuff out and bring it up. Flashlight in the glove compartment.
You go unlock it.
Scared?
Well,
But
all right, I'll go.
go ahead, honey. We're all alone here. And this will be all over in a couple of days, and it's a hope for the South Pacific. Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
All right.
Watch out for snakes.
I will. No!
What's the matter? Where's that gun?
No!
What's the matter? Is there somebody?
No! The house! It's gone!
The house is gone, I said. The house is gone, she said. And the house was gone. I saw it 3.5 months before, and it was there. Little frame cabin, 3 rooms, a little porch and a chimney, big as life. I know it was there then. But in the darkness, that night, it was gone, friend. Oh, no, I checked it with a lone eucalyptus tree that stood alongside the porch. The tree was there. The house was gone. There wasn't the slightest sign that the house had ever stood there. Nothing dug up, no debris of any kind, no sign there'd ever been a house there. In the dim starlight, in the middle of the night, and my wife and me looking at it, me holding a satchel full of money in one hand and a loaded cocked pistol in the other. And top that, friend. Madeline started to cry. Well, I'll be...
You took us to the wrong place.
I wonder if I... No, I couldn't have. I know every inch of that trail, Madeline. You recognize the rock that looks like a bell yourself, didn't you?
Didn't I what?
Recognize it.
I thought I did. But where's the house?
I don't know. Somebody must have torn it down and taken it away.
Doesn't look as if there ever was a house here.
Yeah, you can't see in the dark. This is the place, all right. This is Shangri-La, Madeline.
I'm scared. Let's get out of here.
Get out of here and go where, darling?
Oh, no. Why did we do it?
Oh, for the love of it. Here, give me that flash.
I tell you the house.
Give me
is
the
gone.
flashlight. What's that over there?
Where?
Looks like somebody's had a campfire here. Yeah, that's what it is.
No, let's go.
This fire's old. Old fire. The people that tore down the house probably built it to burn up rubbish. That's why we don't find anything.
I'm scared, Noah.
Shut up.
What are you going to do?
Yes, there's nothing else to do. Go back and sleep in the car.
With those bags? With the one with the blood?
The blood and the money, baby.
I won't be able to sleep a wink.
You said you were so tired.
I expected to sleep on a bunk in the house. Noah, what became
It's
of
been
it?
torn down, I told you. You talk as if I owned it or something.
Well, I don't go for it.
Look, sweetheart. We're 2 jumps ahead of the cops. We're loaded with 2 bags of money. They saw us knock off that guard. What do you want to do? Go to a hotel up in Santa Barbara? Don't be a jerk.
I'm sorry. I'm making a fool of myself, Noah.
That's a kid. That's a good kid.
Hope we don't have to stay here very long.
It'll rain. Any day now. Summer's over, baby. Now, come on back to the car. I'm out on my feet.
Are we?
I wonder who it was tore that place down.
Hope it wasn't that man we saw.
Cut it out. He's a million miles away from here.
Well, I hope.
That was a rifle shot. I wonder...
What do you think?
Get in the car, Madeline.
I don't...
Get in the car.
I told you that, man.
Cut it out. I don't hear anything. Maybe it was somebody out taking a pot shot at a deer.
I tell you...
Get inside the car.
No, I don't want to.
You heard me. If anybody... What?
Look. On the hill behind you.
What? Where?
The man. The man. The hitchhiker.
There he's dead. On the little slope of the hill above and behind us. Mist was drifting over the stars, but I couldn't mistake him. Khaki shirt, blue Levi's, no hat. Rifle in his hand. I shouted at him, but he didn't even look down at me. He raised his rifle and fired. Immediately, there was an answering shot from somewhere off in the hills below us. Madeline was lying alongside the car, crying. I stood there. Just stood there, unable to move. And he started down the hill toward us. And then a sudden flurry of shots in the distance. And like a character in an old-time silent movie, he stumbled and fell down the hill toward us. I could see the spreading stain across his khaki shirt in the starlight. I took a step toward him. He didn't even look at me. Painfully, oh, so painfully, he drew himself up on his knees, aimed the longest time, and fired one shot. Madeline! Madeline, I yelled. And all I could hear in the dark was her bubbling, rasping breath, and when I reached her, her sweater was black with blood. She could only gasp. I raised the pistol and aimed it at the man who had murdered my wife, and I pressed the trigger once, twice, 3, 4 times. And then I stood up again, and I saw the bullets hit him in the starlight. And he didn't even cringe. Silently, deliberately, he reached in his pocket, pulled out a match, and struck it. Bent down to set fire to the summer dry grass. And in half a second, the scene was bright as day. The racing fire roared at me. I hardly had time to snatch up Madeline and hurl her into the car. Start away back where we came from. There was nothing else to do. Down the twisting canyon trail, a car pursued us. I drove faster and faster. Faster and dying in the car with me. A devastating fire was leaping at us. Down through the fence. Down to the Sandy Creek pond. Fire always at our heels. And then, just as we crossed the creek, the rain began. The blessed rain that was to have saved us now that we'd bidden goodbye to summer. And at the corner, there by the ranch, the police car was waiting. And Madeline was dead. I told them under their guns, and I could see they didn't believe me. I babbled about the rain, how it had put out the fire, how the house was gone, and they laughed. And then when it was morning, when it was broad daylight, we went back up the canyon, up the twisting trail, where there was no sign of fire. Me and the police. And when we got there, in the daylight, there was the house. Just as it always had been. And there hadn't been any fire. Not the night before, anyway. One of the police officers told me about it. Remember, or maybe you don't, 27 years ago, there was a fellow murdered a couple up here in Las Fajenas Canyon, he said. And he hid away up here. 27 years ago, he said. The posse came on him at night and they killed him. But he managed to set the grass on fire that night. It burned out the whole countryside, he said. He was a bad man, he said. Right up here. I remember him so well. A hitchhiker he was. Wore a pair of Levi's and a khaki shirt. Remember him very well, he said. So do I.
The title of today's Quiet Please story is Summer Goodbye. It was written and directed by Willis Cooper. The man who spoke to you was Ernest Chappell. And Kathleen Cordell played the part of Madeline. Music for Quiet Please is by Albert Berman. Now, Willis Cooper for a word about next week.
Thank you for listening to Quiet Please. My story for you for next week is called Northern Light.
And so until next week at the same time, I'm quietly yours, Ernest Chappell.